It's time for the 8th month update on this little red Sea Max Nano. Also, the orange hammer coral has taken a bit of a turn for the worse, and I've got a brand new reefing gadget. You've guessed it. Let's roll those titles. And let's have a little look around this red Sea Max Nano at the 8th month mark. So I run the Radian XR15 Blue. That was a little bit of an update to the lighting. I used aragonite sand, which was dead sand, which always looks quite clean. I've also used Eco Reef Rock. From the shapes, it was box A, and this is a little bit of the rockscape that we've got there. Now it does look quite blue, because if you watch the channel, I have white acrylic at the back there, so actually the light reflects quite nicely. You get some nice blues on there as well. So here is the Zoa garden. I do need to add to this, desperate to add to this. I know Backshift Reefer is always telling me to get a few more Zoas, and I am going to, mate, I'm definitely going to add to the Zoa garden. If you haven't checked his Instagram out, go and check him out. He's absolutely brilliant Instagrammer. So that's the Zoa garden. I am going to get a few more. I think I want about 4 more different colour variations on this side, and then hopefully it'll look good, but it is work in progress. There is my original green torch, Indonesian torch, and it's now 5 heads. It's a bit of a feature on this island piece of rock here. So we've got the main aquascape there, and then we've got this little island. Here are my blastos. There's my gold blasto, and my red blasto is just hiding behind it over there, all from Prestige Reef. Here is my dragon soul. Now the lights are quite high at the moment, but it's normally gold and purpley coloured, and it's yeah, it's quite happy there. We've had a bit of an issue in the week. You probably notice it's not quite as high up in the tank. It did detach itself from its frag plug, so I've used a little bit of coral gum, the putty, and then just fastened it down there as well. But it's just getting used to its new position. As soon as you move the corals, they do take a little bit of time. The Duncan is just at the back there. I don't know if you can see it. There it is, the Duncan coral. One of my favourites. Always tells you what the water's like. I've had to move it away from the corner though, because the clowns started pecking at it. Lithophyllum corals at the top here. I've got a gold and I've got a bronze. And then I've got my torch, which looks like a New York Knicks, but a couple of people say that it might be a different one. But I just picked the corals that, you know, the colours that I like. So there we go. There's the SPS. 3 is still alive. You got the Teneus, which is still very much a brown stick, the nearest one. Then you've got the Digitata, the bubblegum. It's kind of red and yellow, and then the Millipora is at the back. You can see there my 2 wave makers. The Jabo, only about 30 quid, one of those, and then I've got the Tunzi 6040, and that's really creating some turbulent flow. And as you can see as well, oxygen bubbles dropping in every now and again as well, just to oxygenate the water and elevate the pH. One of the most controversial things that I put in the tank was the anemone over here, bubble tipped anemone, and he's loving life at the moment, not moved for about 6-7 weeks I don't think. So yeah, he's going really well. There's the Trachophilia in the cave, rainbow Trachophilia. And just come around this side, all going very well as well. And there is one of my favourites, absolutely stunning, the rainbow chalice. That's the most expensive in the collection at the moment, but doing very well. Everybody's favourite, and it only cost me about £30, but the little green Recordia mushroom, there you go, there it is, very colourful, looking good. There's the fungia plate at the back, the orange fungia plate, and as you can see there, my orange hammer is looking a little bit worse for wear, but I'll give you an update on that in a second. Just going over to the back, there's the D&D fans. I've got 4 fans just to control the temperature, and then I've got my D&D temp controller on the wall, and that's the Tunzi 6040. Compartment wise, I've got my filter sock there. Underneath here we've got Max Spec bio balls. I've also got a little bag of carbon there, Red Sea activated carbon. There's my temperature heat bar. D&D temperature heat bar, and the Tunzi auto top off. The Tunzi auto top off brings it into here as well, and then this is my dosing pumps. In the last one we've just got some filter floss, that's all that's in there, and that is the sump and the engine room of the Max Nano. Just down the back is a controller for the wave maker, and my little, one of my favourites, my little disco lights. Now during the day you can't really tell too much, but it does make the cabinet look like it's floating, so it's pretty cool. What's in here? Lots of stuff going on in here, lotions and potions. So these are my dosing containers. So I've got the Red Sea foundations, that's what I dose. So I dose 3.8 mil a day of alkalinity, 1.4 mil of calcium per day, and magnesium 0.5 mil per day. Here are some of my friends in Instagram or on YouTube. So yeah, just check out these are brilliant reefers. Yeah, have a look, either shops, so Kraken Corals, but yeah, really great people, check them out. Don't ever be alone in this hobby. There's my Fritz glass cleaner, that is awesome stuff. I really like that. Then we've got the Phyto, which I dose about 2 mil of Phyto a day into the water just to add to that biodiversity, so that's in there. There's the carbon that I'm using, and also I do use Rophos from time to time. There is the kind of plug sockets and the pumps there as well. So there's one dosing line that's still not on, so I only dose 3 lines at the moment with those. Down here, all the lotions and potions again. Just at the back of here is all my Hannas, which I'm not gonna get out because I'm always getting them out, but they're all back there, just trust me, they're back there. Behind here, we've got AB Plus, which is also what I feed. Again, once every 3 days I'll put a splash of AB Plus in. There is my probiotics, which are pellets that I feed in the morning. So I feed those in the morning, just a small pinch, and then I feed frozen at night. There is my glass top-up tank. I think it's 15 litres from eBay with the Tunzi auto top off, so that's putting water back into the tank to balance out the evaporation. And then a few other bits and bobs. The filter socks is what I use, the Nano Red Sea Max Nano filter socks. Various different dips when I'm buying my corals, and my iodine from Red Sea. So that's that. So at 8 months, just over, that is what she's looking like, and I'm absolutely loving it. I thought I'd just give you a quick update on every aspect of the tank at the 8th month mark. So let's go back and have a little look at the hammer coral that's been really struggling in the last couple of days. So we're down here in the coral hospital. I've just picked out with my little grippers the orange hammer coral. Kind of disinfectant, helps with soft corals. It's more like medication. It's an iodine based medication. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put a few drops, about half a cap, into this little tub, and then we're going to jet the coral over with the turkey baste. So the hammer coral's been in here about 15 minutes, and I'm going to get it out very shortly and put it in this rinsing tub. I don't know how much you can see of that, but there's no flatworms in there. There's a little bit of detritus, but nothing to cause concern. But as I was jetting it down, you can see the fragility of the coral. There are little heads off the hammer coral that have come off, have detached, so that's not a good sign, but we'll see how we get on. You know, fingers crossed it's going to be alright. Now, whilst we're waiting that for another 5 minutes, it's going to be in there for about 20 minutes. So Seachem, the iodine dip, between 15 and 30 minutes, dependent on the severity of the illness of the coral. So we'll go with 20 minutes, because I don't think it's that ill, but we'll give it 20 minutes in there. We are going to put, a bit of iodine in there. So I'm going to do that now. This is kind of for coral coloration, but also it'll help to medicate the corals in the tank as well. Now you've got to use really small doses of this. I dose 1/2 ml every 10 days roughly for this tiny little nano, 75 litres or 20 gallons. Now getting 1/2 ml poured out with this stuff is quite difficult because it's a bit like mercury if you've used it, and it kind of congeals together. But I'll just try and give it a little bit of, you just got to kind of get a blob. Well, that was lucky. So there we go. It's the tiniest amount, but you don't think it's going to do anything. But it, you know, just having that in there is important. My ICP test by Triton actually said that my iodine levels were low. Now, in theory, I could dose 1 mil every 10 days, but I always just like to be on the conservative side. From reefing, I've learnt that take your time and use half the amount that they say. And generally, if you're happy to wait, it does the same job anyway. So we're going to put this into the sump at the back. I'm just going to pour that in at the sump. There's nothing exciting, but I'll show you where it goes. So I put it in the return chamber back here. Just get rid of the kind of front glass. There we go. So there's the engine room down here, and all I do is just pour it into that return chamber. There it is, and it's like 2 or 3 drops literally into there. But as I say, it's an important part of a reef. You only need the slightest amounts in there, smallest levels. I'm going to do a Triton test in the next couple of weeks, so it'll be interesting to see if those iodine levels have increased since starting to do the 0.5 mil every 10 days. The other thing I'm going to do actually whilst I'm back in the engine room in the sump is we just remove this carbon. So I have activated carbon in the middle chamber. It's only a small bag because it's a nano tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this activated carbon with some fresh stuff, and if there is any impurities or any contamination in the water column, then this carbon hopefully will take those out as well, and then cheer up our little hammer coral and all the other LPS corals in there. So let's get the activated carbon changed out. The polyp extension on that orange hammer coral over the last few days has been absolutely shocking. Now, if you watch the live streams on a Friday, you'll probably know why I'm laughing at that particular comment. Now, I will keep you posted on that orange hammer coral. It is one of the favourites in my collection, and I'll post daily pictures to our Instagram at Jay's Real Reef UK. There is a link in the description, so if you don't follow Jay's Real Reef UK, click the link and then follow it there. Daily pictures on Instagram and weekly videos on YouTube. You don't want to miss a thing. Don't want to close my eyes. That's a song, isn't it? I just realised that's a song. It's an Aerosmith. Well, that's a good song actually as well. You don't want to miss a thing. And when you're out and about, at work, at school, down the pub with your friends, or on a holiday, you're missing out on some key moments in your reef tank. And I've always wanted to be able to look at the tank when I'm not at home. So this next little gadget is really going to help me do that. I've purchased the Google Nest indoor camera. Now, it promises a lot, but is it any good for the reefing hobby? It promises 1080p HD video. You can also listen to your fish tank or your fans that have just kicked in through your camera. Also, you can talk through your camera. Now, that sounds quite good. So if you're on holiday, you've got a mate or you've got somebody looking after the tank, keeping an eye on it, and they're asking you to guide them through a little process, yeah, you can talk through the camera. It's also got night vision, so you can sit at night in your bed and keep an eye on the tank, and 24/7 live videos. So it promises a lot, but is it any good for the reefing aquarium hobbyist? We're going to have an unbox and take a look. Right, let's see if this Google Nest Cam Indoor is any good. It's promising a lot, also easy setup. Now, I have a Google Pixel phone and a Google Chromebook, so this should fit in with my existing kind of technological ecosystem already. Here is the camera. It's the first time I've seen it. So it's got a kind of anti-slip base. This is aluminium. It feels really heavy and really well made. There is the camera with the little sticky protection over the top, and that will just sit nicely on the desk. You've got full maneuverability over it, so you'll be able to tilt it, you can turn it, so there's a lot of flexibility over the positioning, which is great. Let's get this bit out here. We've got the usual Google instructions. So we've also got a Google Home Hub and a Google Nest downstairs, so we're quite kind of a very much a Google camera. You've then got a Google family. We're Google family, not a Google camera. We've got a USB connector to USB-C, which is the classic connector for Google products. What's this here? Oh, that's the That's the UK plug, which obviously just goes in there. Then we've got, oh, what's this here? That looks like some, oh right, okay, so this is a plate with a set of screws, so you can fasten it to a wall. Okay, so if you were planning to, if I can hold my camera like that, fasten it to the wall there, you could actually, oh, it's magnetic, there you go. So it's magnetic. Wow, that is pretty impressive. So you could actually have it on the wall like that, and yeah, so it can film at different angles. So complete flexibility over its positioning. Now for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to set it up on the desk for now, but that is super impressive. So that's what's in the box. Let's try and switch it on and do a little bit of live filming. So I've just run the power cable through the back of the reefing cupboard and up into the camera. Now there's lots of indoor cameras that you can buy that are far cheaper than this one. This one's just over £110 I think it is, but the reason why I went with this one, hopefully the quality is going to be good, and as a bloke the instructions are brilliant. There's only 3 steps to actually follow. So choose a spot to put your camera, which I'm just going to put it here for the time being. Download the Nest app, which is here, and then click plus. So I'm just going to make sure this is plugged in into the bottom there. See what I'm doing. So that looks like it fits just up inside there. Just being careful not to damage any of the connectors. There we go. It does come with a little protector on there, and there we go. So I'll take that off as well. So that's a bit done. So the next thing we need to do is click add a product. So hopefully when I click add, take videos, yeah, okay, while using the app. Right, now I have to scan a code. So where the hell is that code? Continue without scanning. Let's try that. Okay, we've gone continue without scanning. So we're trying to add a Nest Cam, and it's a Nest Cam indoor IQ. There's obviously a different one as well. Indoor Nest Cam. Right, enter the product key. So I'm just going to go and find the product key and tap. So I've just switched on the power, I put my key code in, it's now asking me to confirm the product code, the last 4 digits. That's come up automatically on the app. Sorry about the flashing imagery there. So now it says connecting. All the instructions are just on the Nest app, kind of just guiding me through step by step. It's trying to connect to the camera. So when I want to view the aquarium, then I'll have to view it through the Nest app. Okay, I'm going to enter my Wi-Fi now, Wi-Fi code. Hopefully the internet is running better than it was on Friday. So I'm going to just put this in, and then I'll be back in a second. So I've just entered the Wi-Fi code. There's been a little ping by the Nest Cam. So hopefully adding to Nest account, finishing off. So it's been really straightforward, step by step on screen instructions, just using the Google Nest app. Now we're on green. Prestige Reef has just messaged. Cheers mate. Right, okay, let's go to thanks Ryan, always looking at your corals. Right, set up Nest Cam, Nest Aware for free. Let's just go there. Okay, and there we have it. So now we have live cam footage from the Nest Cam. So I'm just going to tilt it up. What else can we do? Click next. Opening go. Oh, I can link it to my home app. So downstairs we've got the Google Assistant as well. So then it'll also connect to there. And now I've got my Chromecast, I've got my living room speaker, and also I've got the camera. So if I go to the office, connecting, yes, and there you have it. We've now got a live camera footage of the aquarium. Now the picture is pretty good. Let me just move it around this side. Don't know if you're seeing that. So the image is really good quality. There's a little bit of stuttering, which is probably my internet, but that is absolutely brilliant. So no matter where I am now, anywhere in the world, I can keep an eye on the aquarium. So I'll let you know how it goes over long term, but overall setup is super simple, and it's bringing me live images of the aquarium, and they are really good quality, 1080p. Really happy with that. Great little product. Not the cheapest indoor camera, but one of the easiest to set up, I would think, and also one of the best in terms of its quality. Right, let's head back to the studio. So I've just picked up my first piece of reefing clothing, and I absolutely love it. Now, I am not the best person to be modelling reefing clothing line, but I picked this up from beardedreef.com. Check out the link in the description. It's got loads of t-shirts and reef related merchandise as well. Go and check it out. Some of the t-shirts are absolutely brilliant, super funny, a bit edgy, and they're all been inspired by people on our live streams. Now, this one was £20. It's super well stitched, well made, will wash well, and came within 6 days of ordering, so I'm really happy with it. This is the first one. I don't think it's going to be the last one, but I do really like it. So, talking about the live streams, thank you to everybody who's joined us on those Friday night live streams. You guys and girls are brilliant, and we just have a laugh, don't we? It's a good laugh. So if you haven't joined one, Friday night 8 PM till 10 PM, grab yourself a beer and join us on those live streams. Last Friday, check it out on Fish Palace's website. We had guest speakers, Colettesmarinetank, CajunReefer, and the ReefKing. Their links are in the description. All three on Instagram and YouTube. They are great people to follow and very experienced. Next week we are dancing with ironing boards over on Moggs's Aquarium. Our Friday night live stream is on Moggs's Aquarium. Again, link in the description. Go across, click it now. Click that subscribe button and the reminder for the live stream next Friday, 8 PM till 10 PM. Another person who's absolutely brilliant on Instagram, and I'd like to give them a shout out, is Keep Calm Reef. Thank you so much for the sticker. That's going to head straight down into the reefing cupboard. Check out his Instagram. He's got a really beautiful 300 or 400 litre aquarium. It looks stunning under the blues. The coral pop is amazing, and he has it quite close to his office. So check out Keep Calm Reef. But thank you so much, mate. Absolutely love the sticker. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's update. We had an action-packed update there, but hopefully you've enjoyed yourself, and I'm going to end it there. So thank you so much for following, subscribing, giving me the thumbs up, and the many of you that actually comment on the videos. So thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Take care, stay safe. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.